Our first team is track and field.
Yep, stand up over there. All right, middle school track, when I call your name, you are going to kind of be directed over onto a blue piece of tape on the floor. And if you can hold your applause till the end, that would be greatly appreciated. Toba Amah, Anna Biggerstaff, Corey Billingsley, Libby Davis, Aiden Ezerman, Susan Fields, Rocco Geoffrey, Delilah Greenberg, Isaiah Harper, Ao Rosario, Hudson Sharp, Andrew Zott, Abigail Aaron, Maria Biggerstaff, Rory Kerrigan, Maddie Davis, Harrison Chen, Mitch Gilbert, Caroline Good, Lindsay Gunther, Kathan Panmali, Connor Roth, Andrew Simon, India Wilson, Dana Wilson. The middle school track team had another successful season. I just want to thank parents and for volunteering at our 2 home meets and for driving our athletes to our away meets. I know that was a lot of extra work on your part, so I appreciate all the support we got in that. The athletic staff for keeping everyone healthy, and for my assistant coaches that are actually teaching and couldn't be here. Of course, this year was unique with COVID, and because of some of our new protocols, 3 middle school students were only allowed to run varsity. They could not do both middle school and varsity. And so I'd like to give special recognition to 3 of those athletes. Only 1 is here. But if you want to step forward, that is Dana Smith, who is also now the varsity record holder for the 100, the 200 long jump. So she has 3 varsity records, so her name will be displayed on the track records that are on the board. And then we also had Endia Smith and Lucy Eggleston that did varsity. So the team did set 1 record this season, and unfortunately this athlete is not here, so we'll have to recognize her from home. And I would like to recognize our new middle school shot put record holder, Corey Billingsley, who threw an impressive 34 feet 2 inches. I have 3 coaches awards to give out, and the first award goes to a young gentleman who is a great role model, has excellent work ethic, great sportsmanship, and is respectful to everyone. He is very coachable, willing to try new events, lovely to work with, and is a quiet and gentle leader. Fortunately, he is not here, but I'm honored to give the first coaches award to Connor Roth. The second coach's award goes to an individual that brings natural talent, hard work, dedication, and a positive energy to the team. She is always on time, puts in extra hours on the track on weekends, and is very easy to coach. This young lady can throw, run, fast by the way, and is willing to put in hard work to succeed. If you ever want to see a beautiful running form, she is the one to watch. The second coach's award goes to Delilah Greenberg. The last coach's award goes to an individual who kind of decided to join track at the last minute. It was her first season participating in track, and she had a fantastic season. She is a hard worker, is not afraid to push herself, is always polite to her teammates and coaches, and consistently congratulates her opponents at the end of her races without having to be told to do so. Because of her strength and her impressive results in her running events, she was asked by the varsity coach to run at the varsity conference meet. The last coach's award goes to Maria Biggerstaff. All right, hopefully you will all come out next year. For those of you that are in 8th grade, we wish you luck in the varsity track program, and thank you for a great season.
Could I have the middle school boys tennis team gather over here? Okay, when I call your name, please come on out and find a blue spot to stand on. We'll call our sixth graders first. So Caden Feinstein, Sohan Ramgalam, Davis Edgerton, Alexi Foley, Ward Pramar, and Charlie Weil. Come on out. Seventh graders, Sam Bartlett, Gibson Fowler, Harris Buxenbaum, Roshan Sood, and Henry Johnson. And our eighth graders are Nico Campero-Farrow, Jed Glazer, Burns Handy, Kenji Kobe Jackson, Ralph Ware, and Zach Green. Give them a round of applause. Please. Okay, just a quick summary of our season. We had a successful season in terms of wins and losses. We had 8 wins and 2 losses, so a great season to build on. We demonstrated outstanding sportsmanship, effort, grit, and skill. Our 8th graders played most of our top positions, and we're going to miss you guys next year as you venture on to the varsity team. Our 7th graders played the 3, 5, and 6 singles positions, and they're going to be some strong leaders for next year. 6th graders are developing their skills and going to be fighting for those top spots next year. We did have a few highlights to our season. One of our players this year did go undefeated. That's Harris Buxenbaum. Good job, Harris. We were scheduled against some JV teams, so we had to play some 9th and 10th graders, and so that's tough when you're a 6th grader or 7th grader playing against a 10th grader. And we were able to defeat the Carlisle School in a JV match, and we beat Forsyth Country Day School twice. So that's pretty awesome. I want to thank Nick Moole. I don't know if he's here, but Nick Moole is a varsity player, and he came down and helped our team when we had some of those JV matches. Today I have 2 awards. First award is the Coaches Award, and this goes to a player who was just an awesome help in practices, in matches. He helped me, sort of like my assistant coach. And just a great role model for all tennis players. The Coaches Award goes to Roshan Sood. And the second award is the MVP, and this traditionally goes to our #1 player, and it's no exception this year. #1 player has to take on the toughest competition from every team that we face. This player did a great job for us this year. Finished with a record of 7 wins and 2 losses in singles, and in doubles, he went with 5 wins and 2 losses. So great job, Kenji. Just a big thank you to the athletics department, Coach Johnson, Ms. Clapp, Coach Schnare. I had an assistant coach, Matt Muscatello. I don't think he's here, but he helped out this year. And thanks to the parents for making this a great season. And especially to you guys, you players, I really enjoyed the season, and it was fun to be your coach. Thank you very much, guys.
Boys golf. Okay, as I call your name, come on up to the blue spot. Luke Anderson, Pearson Civils, Logan Eady, Campbell Hall, Mylan Howell, which I don't think's here, Ryan Talbot, my buddy, Ford Bell, Benton Davis, Wells Edwards, Jake Farlika, Jack Prescott, and Griffin Bryson DeChambeau Williams. First of all, I want to thank the athletic staff here, especially Hudson for coming to one of our matches. I appreciate that, and all the parent support. We had a great season this year. This team, we started out with 18 players coming out for the team. We ended up with these 12 guys right here, and it was just absolutely perfect season. We went 29-0. We won the conference championship, and we had a great time. Not only did they play well, they're just a bunch of great guys that we have fun out there playing. And I really enjoyed being their coach this year. I wish the 8th graders going up to varsity best wishes, especially having to play for my son, who's the coach. And for the 6th and 7th graders, I'm looking forward to you to keep practicing and coming up for next year, because I think we can win again. Have a couple of awards I want to give out. We, of course, last year with COVID, we only played one match, so that season was canceled, as everybody's loves. But the year before that, we won conference championship, and so we won it 2 years in a row. And there's one player on our team that was on both championships, and been with me for 3 years. And he's a little scrawny guy in his 6th grade year. But he's turned into a man now, and he's become a really good golfer, and he's won the award of most improved player. Everybody.
Oh, Ryan
That's Ryan Talbot. I've got to say his name. And then we have most valuable player. This year, we had 2 guys that really stood out all season long and kind of fought neck and neck. And they were number 1 and 2 players on our team. One's a 6th grader, one's an 8th grader. And if you know anything about golf and stroke average, their stroke average was 39.75 and 39.5. That's how close they were to each other. Great golfers, great attitudes. And I wish Wells, he's one of the MVPs, and Griffin, the other MVP. Wells, I wish you best of luck next season. And Griffin, you'll be coming up next year with me. So, Wells Edwards. And Griffin. I just have to end on one story. So during the season, one of the players, I don't know, leg was having a problem or something was aching them. And I said, what are you going to do when you get to my age? Then another player came out and said, ride the golf cart around like you do. So thank you all very much.
Middle school lacrosse. All right, when I call your name, if you just find a blue dot down here. Jacob Bisbee, Parker Curtis, Hodges King, Lucas Toth, Hank Catlett, Owen Samet, Marco Sprinkle, Paulo Criscolo, Wyatt Caulfield, James Hall, Scott Ramsey, Emery Kroom, Wade Leggett, William Rankin, and Sebastian Kohler. I'd like to start just to thank the athletic staff here, Freddie, Meg, and John for making this such a smooth process this season. My name is James Eads. I had the incredible privilege to coach middle school lacrosse this year. I was very impressed with the improvements this team made throughout the entire season. And I'm most of all extremely happy that we were able to take the field amidst everything that's going on with COVID. This team has a lot to offer the program in coming years. So without further ado, I'd like to give a couple of awards out. First of all, most improved. Middle school is a time I consider to foster the fundamentals of any sport, and a time when some students try new sports. This individual not only laid the roots for a successful future, but evolved in all aspects of the game. I could tell he was definitely taking time outside of practice and off the field, and not only with our time on the field with the team. I'm looking forward to seeing what this student has to offer in the future. Owen Samet. Other award we have is a coach's award. This player I knew would be an asset as soon as I showed up to our first practice together. He was already dressed, ready to go 15 minutes before we would begin, and was the first to approach me when I arrived. He was always willing to help with anything I asked, in practice or in the game. He was a leader to his teammates and made sure everyone was having fun and learning in the process. He left every ounce of energy on the field and never gave up. I'd like to present this coach's award to Wade Leggett. Thank y'all.
Guess she's not here. All right, middle school girls soccer. All righty, as I call your name, come over here to Coach Johnson. We got Olivia, Chelsea, Karis, Morgan, Ellie, Alana, Natalie, McKay, Julia, Rebecca, Anna, Emery, Alyssa, Sims, Hayden, Adelaide, Aiden, Genevieve, and our manager, Josie. All right. We had a really interesting season, to say the least. I'm sure you guys all heard of our start. It was a little rough, but I think the greatest accomplishment of this team was the progress that they made over the couple months that we had them together. We went from a scoreless, I think, first 5 games to winning the last 5, making it to the semifinals. So it was just an amazing transition to watch everybody, have a common goal to get better every day. Also, just having that, desire to win and work hard at both practice and in games. So congratulations on a really successful season, ladies. Got 3 awards for the team today. The first, near and dear to heart, she played the position I played here when I was a 6th grader all the way through senior year, held down, the team and the goalkeeping position was probably the fundamental reason we were in some of the games, making, 8 to 10 saves per game that, I didn't expect any player at this level to be making. So Miss Emery Cofield. The next 2 awards are going to be some co-MVP awards. These players played on the opposite ends of the field, led both our team in goals and defensive stops, while also somehow scoring as a center back. She probably scored more goals as center back than any other girl that has come through Greensboro Day School. So the 2 co-MVPs are Ellie Johnson and Alyssa Graves. All right, thank you much.
I am here for middle school baseball / varsity baseball players. They are still in their rooms. They were recognized yesterday on upper school sports awards, but I'm going to recognize them here, and in their Zoom classes, they can stand up, tip their hat, clap, golf clap, whatever they're doing in their Zoom classes today. We had the luxury of having 6 8th grade gentlemen play on the varsity this year. With numbers, we were not able to have a middle school team, and they were able to play on the varsity. These students, the student athletes, did an excellent job stepping up to the plate. They were playing against 17, 18-year-olds in different scenarios. Probably were not expecting to play against that type of level, and they did perform very well. So when I call your name, you can stand up in the classroom. Jack Barg, Mason Grady, Luke Ray, Julian Garcia, Cameron Hanley, Trevor Waters. When you see these, your friends, your students, your peers in their classrooms, congratulate them, give them a fist bump, air fist bump, air hug, whatever you're gonna do. But thank you, middle school varsity baseball players.
I just have one correction that I need to make. I'm really sorry, Dr. Smith. I said Dr. Smith was the record holder for the 100, the 200 and long jump. She's not. It's Dana. Dana Wilson is the one that's going to be on our varsity boards over there. So sorry, Dr. Smith, you won't be on there, but Dana Wilson will take 3 of those spots up on the plaque in the gym. So sorry for that mistake.
I'd like to recognize 6 middle school participants that played on varsity lacrosse this year. They were also recognized at Upper School Sport Awards yesterday. So if you are in your advising, I would love for you to stand up to be recognized. Kyla Hahn, 7th grade. Anna Liu, 7th grade. Grace Whitaker, 7th grade. Lucy Noon, 8th grade. Allie Patrick, 8th grade. And Mary Marshall Rankin, 8th grade.
I'd like to thank everyone for a great season, and thank you for coming out today, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the fall. Thanks.